Yeah, I'm good. G'day everyone, welcome to another episode at TNT Footy. Right after that nail biter, I'm one of your hosts,
robbery.
Taz. And next to me we've got Moisty, who's feeling a bit annoyed at the moment. And then we've got Egi next to him. So how are we, boys?
I'm very well.
Not too bad. Not annoying, more crook than anything. But I don't know. It was a good game until about the last 10 minutes where the umpires, as they do what they do, get involved. And Carlton probably still win the game, but we would have been more excited till the end of the game.
Yeah, I see. I mentioned to you before, I missed the end of the game trying to get ready and have dinner and whatnot. But we were terrible in the first couple of quarters, but we'll touch on the game a bit later.
Yeah, when we get up to it, yeah.
But welcome, Artie. Welcome to the chat, my friend.
Welcome.
How'd your daughter go today, Eggy?
She got a loss. They lost the first quarter and won the next three, but they didn't quite get in front. It was 3 goals 1 to 1 goal 7.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
They were kicking like Collingwood.
Yeah, they were. They were kicking.
And Carlton.
And then straight after we had the dance concert. So we were up there for the rest of
How'd
the
you go with that?
Yeah, that was good. That was nice and easy. Just chilling out, sitting back and watching.
You didn't get up on stage?
Nah, not this time. Maybe after a few drinks I would have.
I love it.
The Woogirl never come out.
Oh, the Woogirl come out. It did.
The Woogirl come out.
Good old Woogirl. Hello, Zoe. Welcome. And Jamar the Statsman. Hello there. Hello.
Good evening, Statsman.
Howdy.
All right. Tonight
Since we've got our resident stats man, can you just double check how many goals Carlton's kicked from free kicks this year?
3. So we've got round 19 results, Moisty's minute, Eggy's deep dive. We got some viewer questions, and then last of all, we're going to go through the tipping results, which I'm quite happy with.
Yes,
Yeah, cheated. He's cheated.
Read this again.
Yes.
Don't forget, please, if you haven't already, follow our socials. We've probably been a little bit quieter than normal on those in the last couple of weeks, but we plan on hitting those pretty hard soon. And my prediction's out for the ladder this week. I think. Did you post yours, Eggy?
No, I didn't. But we got that in the deep dive tonight. So.
Beautiful.
Mine were gonna go, but then I was crooked, so mine will go next week. I'll get a couple of games wrong this week, so it's worked out better.
I got them up to go through anyway, so we can go through them after the last few weeks of deep diving.
Can I update mine then?
That's what I was thinking. I wish we could have updated.
No updates.
Cheating bastards.
I think you've got mine on. I can read you through. I've done it. I just never posted, so I can read you through
you said
mine.
in the chat, so I just took the one out of the chat. So.
Oh, there you go. So mine's up there too, Tuzzy. Don't worry.
Fantastic.
It's already wrong.
Yeah, mine's already wrong as well. Collingwood winning.
And also, we do have TNT shirts and hats if you're interested. Jump into the link and have a look at those. So let's get stuck straight into it. Who wants to kick us off?
All right. We'll go, first game is Essendon. This was actually a thriller. I didn't think it was going to be that good of a game, but Essendon Adelaide at the G.
That's a great game.
I don't think they choked. They lost in that second quarter, and then they stormed back brilliantly. I wouldn't sleep on Essendon. I still wouldn't sleep on Essendon. They're still going to make finals. They're still going to be there because the best part about that is the teams outside the 8 are shit in the bed too. It's not just Essendon shit in the bed; it's all of them.
True. But sorry, just catch up on chat. First time watcher and follower. Thank you very much for the follow, mate. And then he's also put Brisbane Lions 1. Yes, they did.
Yep. Sure
Artie, Spud need a hat. Piss off, Artie. And then Zoe, Brody here too. Welcome, Broadster.
Welcome, Brody. You have to remind him every week, Artie, because he obviously keeps forgetting. It's only
Do you know what?
Yeah, we keep telling him, and he never puts one on.
I just try to break it up because you two always wear hats. I feel like one of us has to have a break.
I can take my hat off if you like.
I can take mine off.
Oh, geez, put them back on, please.
You're just jealous.
Yeah, he doesn't have any no hair.
This is true. You know what's funny though? You've got hair, no beard. Todd's got hair and beard, and I've just got beard.
Yeah, not much going on.
Clean shaven.
Right, we'll go back to the game anyway. So Essendon Adelaide, it was good showing by Adelaide. I thought they were done for the year, but they're starting to make a late charge, which I think they're too far back. But they've started to look good the last couple of games.
They have. Oh crap! I've just clicked the wrong link. Hopefully that's not virus. Anyway, where are they? Yeah, I think they're too far back. Oh,
no, they're well too far back. They're 10 points out of the 8.
Is that Adelaide?
And Adelaide, yeah,
12.
they're 10 or 12. 3 games out of the 8.
3 games out now,
That's too far with 5 to go.
Yeah. No, you're right there. Definitely. At least they're finishing strong, though, leading up to the end of the season. Hopefully they can come in with a bit more swagger next year because they've got the team to do it. They're definitely better than what they've played early season.
But I think they did that the end of last year, same as Essendon.
Didn't they fall away last year?
No, they charged again. It was Essendon that charged late last year.
So no, Essendon fell away.
Was it?
Yeah.
Adelaide, maybe. One of them charged later, and we thought, here they go. They're going to explode this season. And then Essendon did, but Adelaide never did.
Just want to say welcome, Doc and Anthony.
G'day, boys. Welcome.
I thought Adelaide was going to run away with the season, but this was a cracker of a game. Essendon looked on in the first, and Adelaide just dominated that second. I think they kicked 9 goals in the second quarter.
Yep.
Far out. That's huge.
Then Essendon just pegged them back, and then nail bite. I was watching this last quarter on the edge of my seat. It was goal.
I feel sorry for Turtle because Turtle had a bet on, and he could have cashed out at $450, and I'm like, nah, they're home because I tried to put the early crow on the Essendon because I wanted Adelaide to win. So.
Oh, you've done it.
I put the early crow on and said, nah, they're home.
Yeah, second quarter, Adelaide kicked 9 goals, 1 to Essendon's 4 goals, 3. So that's
it was an absolute shootout. Yeah, it's not 13 goals in a quarter.
Yeah,
definitely. No, that's good. That's really good. Any players sort of jump out to you?
Keys had 22 and kicked 5 goals. That's for a midfielder. That's what you want.
That's insane.
8 tackles, 5 clearances, 22 touches, and 5 goals, as we said.
Fantastic. That's good. Fogarty stood out for me. He's really starting to step up the last few weeks since Tex has been out.
Yep.
Really like him. What about you, Eggy? Anyone jump out to you?
Yeah, I like watching Fogarty. Like this past few weeks have been pretty good. Him up forward there.
Yeah, and I think Thilthorpe showed a bit too the last couple of weeks.
I did, but I feel like he was a bit quiet in the fourth. Like he missed a couple of things he should have got, and he dropped a couple of marks he should have as well.
He come back with no hair. I didn't know who it was.
he come back with a beard, and he come back only 3 times bigger than what he was. He's huge.
I didn't know who it was. They kept calling Phil for him. Well, that's not
All right, let's move on to the next game. Good win by Crows. Pretty standard by Essendon.
Yep.
Yeah. They've been good this year, but we'll just move on. I'm the only Essendon one here.
Then we had 2 games on at once. We had St Kilda, West Coast, and GWS and Gold Coast. But we'll talk about the Saints and West Coast one. There was a bit of a boil over that one.
I didn't watch any of it.
I expected the St Kilda and West Coast to be a scrap fest. It was good to see St Kilda played a bit of attacking football by the highlights, but I was watching the GWS Gold Coast because I thought there was a bit more involved with that game.
Yeah, well, it's good that the Saints kicked over 100.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, actually over 80, really.
Yeah. So
it's just dominated.
So maybe Zoe and Chat could bring us up to speed on how they played. I think West Coast had Waterman out, so that's a big out for them for their forward. But
I did clip on at half or maybe halfway during the second, and it looked like West Coast had no run, but St Kilda they were moving the ball well, and I hope they continue this into next year. They go back to defensive style. I hope they continue the ball movement because it shows it works when they get it going.
Yeah, and this is something we've been saying all season. They've got the ability to do it, so just why not bloody do it?
Yeah, just like they've recruited those players for runners, and I don't know.
Yeah, correct. Just a couple of stat shout-outs. Tim Membry, 5 goals, 23 disposals, 7 tackles. Mason Wood, 3 goals, 4 from 19 disposals. I still think North should have kept him.
My biggest one was Marshall. So the ruckman that can get clearances. He had 10 clearances during that game.
Yeah,
and
huge.
26 touches as a ruckman.
Huge. He's had a good few weeks as well. Probably a good month or 2 now.
He was my favourite ruck. I thought he was going to dominate and be the new ruck, but he hasn't sort of gone there yet, but he's on the way. He's still a elite ruckman.
Absolutely. All right, we'll keep moving through the games. Next, we've got Giants and Suns.
Now, I watched this one, and same old Suns. Couldn't play away from home, but the Giants, they look dominant now. The Giants are charging home. They will finish top 4 this year. They will finish top 4. And an all-Sydney grand final, like North predicted earlier in the year, it's going to happen.
Oh, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, I agree with you.
Carlton's going out in straight sets, that's fine.
It could be interstate teams. I think there's another interstate team knocking right.
Yeah, Brisbane.
Definitely. Just going to catch up on chat here. Zoe's got, I'm not talking to you. That was rude. She's going jokes. We actually played really well. It wasn't just that West Coast aren't very competitive. And then no, North should have kept Mason.
No, North shouldn't. Should not have kept.
Oh, sorry.
Mason Nonick. That's Mason Woodman.
Yeah, he's been huge for St Kilda since
Mate, he won us 3 or 4 games. He's great. I was sad to see him go, but he's not part of the rebuild.
All right. Yeah, that's Orange Tsunami, though, is absolutely deadly.
Well, they're away in fire, and you can tell they're running handball, and handball receives is a big thing. If you don't shut down their handball receives, they've got elite kickers off the halfback, elite kickers off that midfield, and they've still got Kelly to come back in, Cornelio to come back in. They've still got a lot of depth to come back into that side, and they're performing like this.
And they've found themselves a tagger.
Yep.
Bedford.
Yeah, absolutely shut down Noah Anderson.
Yep.
Anderson
he still had 27, but he was not impactful.
It was 27 at like 40% or something.
Yeah, see, that's bad for him. Let's have a look here. Noah Anderson.
But yeah, GWS all over the top of them. Just flying now. Back to the style of footy they were playing when we said they were flag favourites earlier in the year.
Yeah. Well, back to like when they were coming into finals last year. Just like Brisbane, they sort of found their feet.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, next game.
Standouts in that game, we had Flanders with 43 and 9 clearances, and Whitfield with 40 and 2 clearances.
Whitfield's turned back the clock.
Yeah, well, I think he's running off the half back now, which is where I prefer him playing. They had him up on the wing.
And he's injury free.
Yeah.
And Hogan, 4 goals.
Jesse Hogan. Yeah, Hogan's huge. I think he still wins the Coleman.
Ooh, big call.
Oh, then we're back to old Eggie's mob here.
Oh,
you forget Kerno gets free kicks with that comment.
Yeah, too many free kicks. I don't know. We'll talk about that later because it's an absolute joke. I'd like to see how many goals he's kicked with free kicks because it'd be very high. Hawthorn Collingwood.
Yeah,
we'll let you take this one, mate.
The wife beat the husband. That was me, and I come out crying with the girls. Just Hawthorn just blew us away, all over us. Just could not keep up with them. Yeah, way too quick. And then Collingwood would try to move the ball just as quick, and then they'd just shut it off, take the ball off us, and then straight back in the inside 50.
But you can't play. Sorry, Tazzy,
I was just how good do Hawks look though?
Oh, they do. We were talking about it months ago about how they look like West Coast Western Bulldogs. Sorry, 2018 was it 2018 or
2016?
2016, yeah.
Yeah. If they sneak into the finals, I reckon they can do some real damage.
A lot of damage. You got to be rough to draw them on the trot home because they're coming and they're going to make finals in my prediction. Yep. But Hawthorn, Collingwood tried to play a young style of football against Hawthorn. You can't do it against young kids that are full of confidence. You've got to shut them down at the source. You can't just try and outrun them because you're not going to outrun them.
You've actually got to bully them with your bigger bodies.
Yeah.
You really do. I was fortunate enough to have a lunch with Sam Mitchell on Friday, and
I did ask you to take out his lips or something.
Yeah,
give him a judo chop to the throat so he couldn't talk.
You did. But I just want to say he is very knowledgeable with what he's talking about, especially from a coaching side. I know there was a lot of doubt on him when he took over from Clarko, but what he first started to do when he stepped into the football club is really starting to come to fruition. And it took a lot away from it, which it was a confidential kind of lunch with, less than 20 people. So I can't say too much. However, I think he's going to take Hawks to at least one flag in the next 5 months.
This goes back to since round 6 when they got Day back. How big of an inclusion has Day been? Because since round 6, they're the second best team in the competition. Sydney's had 10 wins since round 6 and Hawthorn's had 9. They are flying home. And if they sneak in, they've got to be a smoker to take the whole thing. They've got to
Absolutely.
The football they're playing, they can win it anywhere.
I think they're hard hits. I think they've got GWS coming up and Carlton, I think they're the toughest opponents, but I can't remember now. We did dive into it.
We did dive into it, but
we ripped them off. We had no chance.
Well, I had them chance. I picked them to beat Collingwood this week. I got outvoted by you two. And I'm only being more harsh on Collingwood. I was talking to Tazzy about this because I think they should be playing better, and they're not. And they're blaming injuries now. They've got Mitchell, Myercheck, and Cox missing from that A-grade side.
Yeah, but
they can't blame injuries on the weekend.
There. What I saw is like last year that they would like if the ball went over the top, they'd do anything to get to it. Whereas this time, I saw Steelside wanted to sort of let it go over his head, and it was like they fought for it a lot harder.
It looked like on the weekend they were zoning, not picking up. Hawthorn were just picking through, like they were just zoning, and it wasn't working. But that's our style. That's what we're going to do.
I don't understand why they've got three losses on the trot now.
And could be 4. I think it is 4 now, isn't it?
It could be 4, yeah.
I think it's 4 on the trot now, and I don't see it easier coming because you've got a tough one next week.
Richmond.
Oh no, it's an easy one next week. So, but you need that one.
Yeah, but that's if we get it.
Yeah.
But before we move on, I want to touch on old Guinea. He's a bit of a character, and he did get booed, which I'm sad about. I don't think he should get booed. Like he was struggling to get games ahead. Why wouldn't he leave? I don't understand.
Why wouldn't he leave? Exactly right. But did you see when he kicked the goal down Collingwood?
Yeah, I love that. He said like put the game to bed, mate. It's like the game's to bed. See you later. What I would have loved to see at like half time when he was like best on ground is you go up to hey Craig McRae, why don't you read the room now, buddy?
Yeah. You want to swap? We'll get Dacos back. Yeah. But so I don't mean half-time best on. He was best on for the day.
Oh,
I think he finished BOG.
Anyway. He did have a few misses, but like the Wiz stood up.
The Wizard was good.
Yeah. But yeah. But I'm gonna go through the archives of TikTok and see if I can make a bit of a montage there of Craig McRae saying, "Can you read the room? Give him have a best on."
Go on.
Yeah. Well, we'll put this. He's had 31 touches, 4 clearances, 5 tackles, and kicked 2 goals, 1 plus 6 score involvements. Other than those 2 goals, 1.
Yeah, he was huge. He won a lot of Hawthorn hearts too when he kicked his first goal, and he's going like this, showing everyone.
The Hawthorn.
Yeah,
definitely.
He was best on for mine, easy.
Let's keep moving through, boys.
All right, Geelong Bulldogs.
So, what a game by the Doggies.
Down in the farm, or the mud pit.
Well, this is a swamp, isn't it? We were talking about it. That ground needs some work if they're going to play AFL football there.
Artie's been saying this for weeks. Also, Jamal, we will get to that question, but we might answer that during the viewers' questions. Artie's been saying it for months now that it's a farm down there.
Yeah, and it looks sloppy. The ground's not up to par. There's no drainage. But they were playing in Marnica. They're playing at Ballarat. Ballarat's oval looks better than School Stadium. Down at Mars Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. Doggies dominated, though.
Oh, all over them. And we know that was going to happen. If the right doggies showed up, they were always going to be too good. Too slick. Out the middle, they were just too dominant.
Doggies are looking good the last few weeks. They're looking very good.
They're the one team out the 8 that have got Essendon need to be worried about. They're coming, and they're coming with a rate of knots. Well, there's 2, Hawthorn and them.
Because Essendon are down to 8th now.
Yeah, Essendon just holding on.
Yeah, that draw really helped them out.
Yeah.
Oh, a win would have helped them out more. But
yeah, would have.
What does the loss say about Geelong? Anything? Or do you think Doggies are just in form?
But Geelong are in form too.
Yeah, well they were.
No, Geelong were on 3 on the trot coming into this game, and we were talking Geelong top 4. And then Bulldogs just went down there and made them look silly. So I think it's a bit of both. But as I said before, end of the show last week, you had Hawthorn, Collingwood, Geelong, Bulldogs, GWS, Gold Coast. They're all 8-point games.
Yeah.
That goes either way. Yep. It reshapes the ladder, just those games there. Fremantle, Melbourne, that was another one. Yeah. That shaped the ladder now.
Very true. How good was Ugelhagen, though? His last couple of weeks have been amazing.
Mate, ever since they got around him and said, just use the body, it's all right, it's fine. Waitman's got him there, giving him a bit of time. But he's just bodying people now and just taking everything. It's great. It's good to see.
His confidence is through the roof. Through the roof. But I must say, having Treloar back for the Doggies this week was a good in. I think he had 31 and kick 3 and 574 metres gained with 6 clearances and 8 tackles. Massive game.
Massive. And they needed him back. I think they've been missing him.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And Richard's goal from the pocket was sensational from the...
Oh, I heard you talk about this. I missed it. I was in port.
Yeah, you're going to have to go back and see it.
Missed it.
You're going to have to go back and watch it.
I have to go back and watch all the minifigs. I missed most of the games. The only games I did see was Essendon, Adelaide and Hawthorn, Collingwood. That was because we went to the Storm game afterwards, and then such a busy day with the girls today with all their extracurricular activities.
Yeah,
of
which
course.
is good. Which is
You're
good.
a family man.
Yeah,
That's it.
Family man.
Then I obviously didn't watch the next game, which is a big blunder by the AFL, and we've been talking about this week, having games on the same time.
I know,
it
like
really annoys us.
St Kilda West Coast and GWS Gold Coast, and then Geelong Bulldogs and Port Adelaide Richmond.
Yeah,
it really annoys us. Like one, I can understand a week, but have a Sunday night game or a Thursday. Thursday fixes one.
Thursday is the one. Like,
Thursday at 7, and then you can have a Sunday at 7. Like just start now.
Yep.
After the other game, have 4 games on a Sunday.
Have it over in the West though.
Yeah, you get a market share. Well, you can't do it every week in the West, but
you could.
What about a Sunday night game at Marvel?
I don't think it'd be that good. Like I didn't go to the Carlton North game because it was too late for me.
We do a show.
Or why don't they leave these like Ballarat games or the Tassie games or the Darwin games and that, or the Alice Spring games to a Sunday night, because they're going to get the crowds there either way, because they don't hold big crowds, but then it's the only time they come into town. So
what about 11 a.m. on a Sunday or on a Saturday? Or is that taken away from junior sport though? A lot of people have got to go junior sport activities and that.
It could. It's going to be interesting when Tassie come in too, because that's Tassie and then the 20th team, because that's another game that they're going to have to try.
Another game they've got to get in.
So it's definitely going to be interesting in the coming years.
All right. Sorry about my little detour there, but we're talking about Port Adelaide Richmond now, which I didn't really get to see a lot of.
Richmond fought up until the last quarter. They were. We remember we were talking to each other, Todd, and we were like, "Geez, they're neck and neck."
While we're watching the other game.
Yeah, which was really surprising, but I didn't see any of the game. But I believe Charlie Dixon stepped up. I'll just bring up the stats now. And I heard that Hinkley said that he actually challenged Charlie Dixon a few weeks ago to try and get back in the side and get back to his best. And he come out, he kicked 4 goals too.
Because they needed that for a while, their forward line. Their forward line's been letting the team down for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And with no Marshall, and Georgiadis was out. I mean, he's come back and he's hit the straps real quick. So that was good.
But let me just put this to you. Richmond being in it for 3/4 time, do you reckon they're tanking a little bit? A little bit of criticism from North Melbourne next year? Do you reckon they're just falling away in games deliberately to get those
Can't say. Don't know.
Can't say. We'll see next week. We'll see how they show up against the Pies.
Yeah. Because they seem to fight 3/4 time perfectly, and then they just let teams go.
I don't know.
But they're not in the inexperienced side. They're
a mixed bag.
Side. Yeah.
They're a mixed bag. What do you guys think in chat? If anyone watched the Tigers and Port game, did Tigers look like they come out in the fourth quarter a little bit flat, I suppose? Daniel Relly had 28 and kicked 2 and 631 metres gained. He's finishing his career at the Tigers pretty well.
Yeah.
Before
Sorry, I was just going to catch back on chat. Anthony, free kick North Melbourne. Yeah, well, we all understand that doesn't happen. Will Brisbane, we'll get to that one later. And how did Maynard escape punishment again? We'll cover that one a bit later in Moisty's Minute.
Oh, will we?
Yeah. Lovely. All right, next game. First game up today. This was game of the round.
It would have been
absolute cracker of a game.
It was.
Fantastic.
Because of the outcome, it's the top 2 sides now.
Yeah, top 2 sides.
Oh, actually, with Carlton's win, they might have dropped
just
it.
Bounce back in, yeah.
Yeah.
But these two going at it, they were the heavyweights. I don't think we got a full show because Sydney did get undermanned towards the end.
They went down
on the bench. Yeah, that's what I mean. They were running out of legs in that fourth quarter, which you can see, a few lazy kicks and that. But take nothing away from Brisbane, they hunted really well.
It was a cracking game. Doc said that Tigers look flat. Sorry,
Can you tell me what happened to Lockie Neal? Because I have him captain on my AFL fantasy this week.
Got tagged. Sydney probably have the best tagger in the league at the moment. And if that doesn't tell teams that you should be tagging players, I don't know what will.
Yeah. Do you know who tagged him though? Taylor Adams.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Taylor Adams tagged him and took him right out of the game. He only got I think his biggest quarter was the last quarter.
Yeah, when Taylor ran out of legs and you could tell he was out of legs.
Yeah. I don't actually know.
It did win them the game though, did it?
How many touches did he actually end on? I actually don't know.
But it didn't See, he 18. Has 40. Yeah, he has 40 touches. They win that by a fair margin.
Yeah.
It's like Dacos. You can't stop him like Gary Ablett, the old Gary Ablett. You can't stop him getting 30. You've got to minimise his 30. Make sure his 30's in close and hard.
Yeah.
Not damaging.
Yeah.
Not damaging at all. I'm still sick of seeing Joe Danaher be selfish. There was a few times he kicked 3-3. There was again a few times today where he actually could have given the hands off to a player who was in a better position to have a dip at goal.
But the thing, I don't mind that being selfish, but you then cannot yell at players for doing the same thing because he's the first to abuse his teammates for being selfish, but then he's selfish as well. So I don't mind if you take it on. That's fine. You can't yell at someone else who does the same thing because you've just done it 2 minutes later.
I just think that, I think he needs to pass a little bit more. I get it. He's probably got a license. Fagan might have given him the license, but I think from a team perspective, you need to play the team game and know when to take it on and know when not to.
Everyone who watched the GWS Gold Coast, Hogan handballed in the goal square.
Yep.
And said it comes around. Next goal was his.
Correct.
That's what you need to win finals. And this will come 100%. Back to if they're going to win finals. That's what they didn't do last year, GWS. They've learnt. And that's what you've got to do to win those close finals.
Yep. Absolutely agree with you. I loved Cam Rayner's game, though.
Oh, it's huge.
He played fantastic. He
played tall, too.
Yes, but he also, when he went through the middle, he was hard at it. He hit bodies. Did you see the goal where it's just outside 50? He picked the ball up, broke a tackle, spun around and kicked a goal?
Yeah.
That was amazing. Loved it.
Electric.
Loved it. And Hayward playing injured, finishing with a couple of goals himself.
He kicked 3 goals after he was injured.
2-3, I think.
2-3, was he? Yeah. And Zorko, how's that move back to half-back then? Zorko's been lighting it up.
He should be All-Australian.
Yeah, it should be this year. Although that half-back position, it's hard. It's going to be hard. You got Blakey, you got him, you got Bailey Dale, you got Stewart.
I think Zorko's been better than Blakey, and I think Dale's been better than them both.
Yeah, but then you've also got Stewart that runs that role. You've got McKercher, Sard. You've got any number of players. Sheasel can get put across there. It's a tough spot to fill that half-back.
I'd hate to be the selectors this year.
Yeah.
Hate to be. Sydney, any concerns?
No, they run out of it. Look, if they were full strength and didn't have those players go down, I think they run over the top of them there.
Who were the players that went down?
Rampy and Papley went down early, first quarter, maybe early second. Hayward was on one leg, and who was the other one that went out?
So do you reckon
I can't remember the other one, but they were
big outs for the coming weeks, or?
I think Rampy will be fine. The big one will be Papley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the other two get back. It's just more for this game. It affected their run. You could tell they weren't nearly as motivated to run as quick as Sydney normally finish off games.
It's also hot up there too, remember?
Yeah, but that's Longmire come out and he said, well, we'll see how pre-season is when he got interviewed at 3/4 time. He goes, oh, well, it's up to us. We'll see how we went in pre-season. And to their credit, like it was they didn't get blown away. They fought it right out.
I still think they're the team. And do you know what? I would not mind if it was the Swans Brisbane grand final.
No, that'd be a good granny. We get that game on grand final day. That'd be great.
Absolutely. All right, let's keep moving through, gentlemen. Freo Melbourne.
Now this
came out absolutely dominated for the first quarter.
I didn't see this game because I was watching Brisbane Sydney into Carlton North.
Yeah.
That's another. I hate overlapping games.
It's hard. I didn't see a lot of it.
It is hard on a Sunday, especially when they got threes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why, it should be a 1, a 4, and a 7.
Yeah,
on Sunday. But we're always going to have one game that's overlapped somewhere. So,
Artie's just got here. Hawks during our 3-peat shared it around. It was all team-based footy, and that's how you win flags, Artie. Yeah. That's 100% how you win flags.
And GWS, that's what we're saying. They learnt that. That's what they're doing this year that they didn't do in those finals. There was 4 or 5 times they could have put Collingwood away.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we said there was a handball over the top, but they wanted to be heroes. But this year, that handball's getting made.
Yeah, correct. I'll just bring up the stats for the Freo game because I didn't see a lot of it. Michael Walters kicked 4, Amos kicked 4, Tracy and Sturt kicked 3 each. That's pretty big. For Melbourne, Van Rooyen and Chandler kicked 2 each.
How good's he going, Ryan? I thought he was near done. He's come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, he's good. He's real good. And the midfield for Freo just went ballistic by the looks of this. Brayshaw 41, Sarong 36, and Young 28. But they all had, so Brayshaw had 551 meters gained, Young had 593 meters gained, and Sarong had 423. And Melbourne's highest
8
rate
clearance, 7 clearance, and 4 clearances. So they've had 19 clearances between them.
Smashed out of the middle. Stephen May was the highest ranked for Melbourne. He had 26 touches, which means that the ball was down there a lot.
In defense, yeah.
9 marks and 571 meters gained. So he would have been severely under the pump. That's huge.
That's a flogging. And I had people saying to me, or saying to us in chats, that Fremantle's no good.
Yeah, no.
Fremantle are a genuine threat this year.
Mm-hmm.
And watch out, because if they get a home final, they're making it deep.
Yeah,
I think want to go over there.
I think some of the reason to that was because they lost to Hawthorn at Tassie last year. But like we said before, Hawthorn are the informed team.
They don't lose at Tassie.
Even Collingwood lost to Hawthorn at the end of last year. We took the fan of that game they lost, and Collingwood ended up winning the premiership. So it's not like now look at them. Everyone's scared to face up to fight.
Yeah. It's a very dangerous team, man. I like Hawthorn at Tasmania. I'd like to see the stats on how many games they win, but they don't lose down there.
No, they don't. They really don't
lose down there.
They're bloody good. All right, let's keep moving. It's 8 o'clock. Just first, Zoe's got here. Who needs flags? One's enough, isn't it, Zoe?
St Kilda's got one. They still can't swim down there.
GWS and Gold Coast still need one though.
And Freo. I don't think Freo's got one either. All right, so the next game was probably the most upsetting game of the round. It was a good game until about 3/4 and halfway through, which once again those guys in green just toyed with us again.
I'm colourblind, so I didn't see it.
It wasn't that North Melbourne couldn't go the full 4 quarters like
North Melbourne were running over the top of them in the end. North Melbourne were charging home in the end, but look, I still think Carlton win that, but there were a couple of decisions that were terrible.
Yeah, fair enough. I thought De Koning was huge for Carlton considering he was injured, but Sherry was just the next level.
When De Koning was off the ground, Sherry dominated, and if you didn't get him back, I think this is a different game.
Oh, absolutely. You guys would have won, I think, to be honest. Because he was, in my opinion, he was best on ground just about.
But Harry Sheasels had 35 and kicked 2 goals, mate. Come on. You can't have much more of the ball and kick much more.
He must have got a bit of that in the last quarter when I wasn't watching.
No, he had about 28 till 3/4 time, I think. No, he had 30 at 3/4 time, I think.
Okay. Well, Sherry got 11 clearances himself as
well.
Yeah,
Sherry does. He's a big clearance machine.
Massive.
LDU with 9, Cripps with 9.
Bailey Scott was good for you guys as well.
Always is. But I think this game was midfield. It was whoever got it out of the midfield. Because when Carlton come back in that third, they were winning the midfield. When North were on top in the second, North were winning the midfield. So that's an area Carlton probably needs to work on coming up to finals, because they've let 160 points plus today's gone through the midfield goals.
Oh, our midfield stoppage is terrible. Sorry, our stoppage scores from stoppage is terrible. Absolutely horrendous.
And you've last 2 weeks you've let 100 points go, and you've let 88 go against North Melbourne today as well.
Nearly 303 games. You guys kick straight, 14-4.
I always do, North.
That's good.
They're great, accurate kicks.
That's really good. That's what you want to do. I don't think there's a lot to say about this game, though, to be honest. North look good. I'd definitely see them shooting up the ladder next year.
Pressure was good. And then when Carlton turned when they put the pressure back on, you could tell North's still young. So a couple of seasons for them. I think it says more about Carlton needing to work on their midfield.
They were just so flat first half, Carlton.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But they can't do that in finals.
No way, not at all. I think they come out saying, "Oh, it's North Melbourne. We're going to run over the top of them," not understanding the improvement you guys have had.
Yeah.
But so that puts Sydney on top, Carlton second, Brisbane third, Freo fourth, Giants fifth, Cats sixth, Port seventh, Dons eighth, and they're the outright eighth because of that draw, like you mentioned before. Then you've got Dogs, Melbourne, Hawthorn, all on 40 points, 9th, 10th, 11th. And then you've got Suns and Pies on 36th, 36 points, 12th and 13th.
Yeah, it's heating up. It's getting really good.
Absolutely.
Although I think the top 7 have put a gap now. think the top 7's probably nearly safe.
I don't know, because realistically, 5th down to 11th is literally only one win.
But those 7th, 6th, and 5th are all 3 from the last 4 games wins.
Yeah, okay. I'll see what you mean. Yep. Interesting. All right. Moisty's Minute.
Oh, we're back.
You know the drill. 10 seconds. We got the little intro, and then you can dive straight into it. All right, let's kick it off now.
All right, we're back. Another Moisty's Minute. All right, first one. It's going to be a lot of Carlton hate today. Are Carlton in trouble with the McKay issue?
I think we'll get a fine.
I didn't even see it, so I can't even know what you're referencing.
But it's going to be tough because both doctors were apparently down in the race. I don't know. That's what the commentators.
But that brings in the need for another. We'll get back to that. We'll talk about that after.
Yep.
Carlton, surely the most favoured clubs by umpires.
Fuck off.
You got it's a yes or no. You just got to answer it.
No,
it's not a statement.
No.
Also, no.
Can Carlton win a final without the umpires on their side?
Oh, piss off, Todd.
Yes.
Nah, we'll get to the serious ones. Now. Maynard, can you believe he got off?
I did see it live, but I haven't been back to watch it again, so I'm not sure exactly.
It's dead set at elbow to the face as a fend.
Oh, to Guinea, yeah, I did see that.
Defend off.
Yeah.
But it was an elbow fend. He didn't even get cited for it.
At all?
That's what we're saying, yeah. Should he have been cited for that?
I want to have another look.
All right. The Pies, should they start resting players and get set for next year?
Yep.
Yeah.
I said that last week. They should.
All right. Now
I've got rest and retire them.
Retire them? So I've got a few clubs here. I want you to tell me, are they still in the hunt or should we just draw a line from? So Melbourne.
Yes.
They're still in the hunt?
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. Gold Coast.
Yes.
Still
only because of their home games, yep.
I've got both them out of the hunt. Pies?
No.
Nah, they're in the hunt then. Yeah. If the other two are in, they're in.
They're below the other two, so. Hawks.
Yes.
Yeah, well and
Hawks
truly.
are probably my favourite outside the 8. And then the Dogs.
Yeah, well and truly as well.
Yeah, so Dogs and Hawth are my 2 to get in. I don't know who's fallen out for those 2, but I think the other 3 just draw a line through them. Start resting up for next year. All right, that's it.
That's it. All right. I'm just going to catch up on chat a bit here. Anthony's got, I was getting very, very angry. If TDK was done, we lose. Artie's got flat track bullies Carlton. Piss off, Artie. Anthony's got, I think there's a please explain regarding the Mackay incident. Yeah. And George here has piss off Todd.
Well, going back to that Mackay incident, it took him 6 minutes to get him off to make a call on it. 6 minutes. But then that 6 minutes counted in his HOA.
Oh, so
he'd come back on 6 minutes early because they counted the 6 minutes he was on the ground as part of his HOA.
Yeah. I saw his interview after the game as I was setting up in here, and he basically said that he felt okay. That's why he didn't come off. But yeah, I definitely think they're going to look at it because he was clearly dazed. And even Owies and that should have said, because Owies helped him up. And Owies should have actually said to the umpire, hey, there's something not right here. So
there's something wrong. But when he kicked that goal, he still looked dazed 3 minutes after he kicked that goal. They went into a close-up to him, and they didn't show a replay of that close-up because they're like, oh, we better not show that again.
Yeah, correct.
Now, imagine if he got tackled in that and his head hit the deck. That's 2 concussions in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and he's already got concussion issues from like in the past.
So it has worked out all right because apparently he's concussion-free.
Is he?
Well, that's why he went back on the ground. Can't go back on the ground and get a concussion.
Yeah, must have been. But he could still get a delayed concussion. But yeah, I definitely think he should have gone off. And what they were saying is both doctors were down in the race. As soon as they came back up, they looked at the vision and they got him off as soon as they realised that what had happened.
Yeah, which is probably too late 6 minutes later.
Agreed. Yeah, 100%. Anthony's got here, I will stand by having a dedicated AFL doctor. Their only job is concussions. The only problem still with that, and my views changed a little bit, is if you meet someone for the first time, you don't actually know if they're concussed. Do you know what I mean? you can't make that judgment unless you actually know someone. So if Todd or Egi, if either of you two got concussed, I'd be able to tell straight away because I know your personalities.
Okay.
The thing I want on there, and I heard someone say this to me, is with head knocks, where AFL's real strict on these. Now the umpire stopped the game for a minute and a half for him to get up. That should be an automatic blood rule send off. I've seen this put in the chat. So they get sent off, you go get an HOA because you've held up play for one. And if you've been hurt long enough to hold up play, you can't continue to play until you get it checked.
Yeah.
And that'll stop a lot of the slow in play with that as well, and a lot of the acting and.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think they've got to please explain, and I think they'll get fined as well. They should get fined.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, because he was clearly concussed, and you'd be able to tell no matter whether you're a doctor or not. We could all tell from home. So
yeah, watch it on the telly. And if they're serious about this and serious about the head knocks, they need to put something into place to stop that. Because that could have been threatened. What if he, as I said, he could have got knocked again and it's his career over, or possibly life-threatening issues like.
Correct. But do you know what? What can they do? Because wearing helmets isn't the way to go. They've actually proven time and time again that wearing helmets makes your head bigger. So it'll help with like the bigger impacts. However, you've got the issue of, I think we've mentioned it on the show before, players that wear helmets tend to go head first a lot more as well.
Yeah.
And it actually doesn't protect the head as much as what people think.
Yeah, umpires aren't the way. Helmets aren't the way, but the more we need to address the issues as they happen.
Correct.
So that hit, you could clearly tell umpire should have said, "Nut, see you later. We'll hold play until your replacement gets back."
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Definitely. All right. Good Moisties Minute. Good little discussion afterwards as well.
It was very well done.
Love it when we do those things. What do you guys what do you guys think in chat? And I think this has got to be our favourite segment now.
It is. Yeah, Eggy's deep dive.
All we're doing is looking into wrong answers by the look of it at the moment. Except for Taz, because he got all his tips right. So
yeah, but I changed some of my tips after I'd already done the ladder.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to bring up the ladder behind us anyway. So the first one we got Taz's one. He's got Sydney in first, Carlton in second, Brisbane, Geelong, Freo, GWS, Essendon, and Western Bulldogs, with Gold Coast and Melbourne and Port Adelaide and Hawthorn maybe to pull in on the same points, but it's all due to percentage. Yep.
I think that might change a little bit now. I think Dons might drop down, and Suns might sneak in.
Well, I've gone the other way. Oh yeah, I'll let you read mine first, though.
Okay, so I got next one's mine. I had Sydney, Geelong, Carlton, Freo, GWS, Collingwood, Brisbane, Essendon. Now, Collingwood just dropped that game that I thought they were going to win. I thought so they're not. I don't know how they're going to get to 6, but it's going to be a tough ask.
They can't get to 6.
Yeah,
that's the correct answer.
We'll see. There's still hope there. There's still hope. But they got a lot to do in 1 week. That's for sure.
Hashtag pious.
Yeah. You never write them off. You never know.
Now, going by this, we've all had Sydney going undefeated, so we've already bugged up that one.
Yeah, I know.
We have.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then for Todd, we got Sydney, Carlton, Geelong, Freo, Essendon, GWS, Gold Coast, and Brisbane. And that's all outright too.
Yeah, so my changes now are Hawthorn go in for GWS, and Giants swap with Geelong, and Essendon swap with Brisbane. That's how much it's changed just by 3 wrong picks. That's what I reckon is going to happen now. Just this week, and we've talked about it a lot last week, there's a lot of 8-point games going on. If you drop one, it's a two-game swing.
Yeah, it is.
It's huge at the moment, and I'm loving it.
I'm loving it too, so... Well, I'm not loving where my team's sitting, but it's so contested around the 8.
Hang on, Eggy. What have you done here? You've got North Melbourne spooning. How is Richmond winning 2 more games and North not winning another one?
He does too.
Oh,
He's got North Melbourne spooning.
I think Richmond, I can't remember who they play now.
You've got Richmond playing North, and you reckon... So Taz has got them not winning another. Taz has got us winning 2 more and coming to 16th, which I've got us as well. But you've got us spooning.
Yeah, no, you're spooning.
Oh, that's funny.
I thought Richmond had come good. They were one of the only teams to beat Sydney this year, but that's one of 4 now. So
North's coming good. The last 6 weeks of footy. Apart from the Sydney game, we've been in it. I can't believe you've got a spoon.
They just drop out in the after the third quarter or something. But I didn't see the game today, so I can't comment on that. But
they played well. They did.
And then Jamar the Statsman, do you reckon Brisbane will win the premiership this year?
We said we're going to talk about that, so we'll get into that now.
Yeah.
Well, we're up to viewer questions now anyway. So
is it in there?
No, but I reckon we start with those.
Yep. We'll start with those two. Yeah.
Okay.
So his first.
Are you finished, Egi?
Yeah, I'm finished. Yep, that's
all right. So we'll run into our second favourite segment. The viewer's question was Tassie.
So Jamar, here's earlier in the show, has put, will Brisbane win a final this year with a team that's not won a final together? I think the answer is yes.
Yes.
Easy, yes. But they've got to, they're going to win it regardless. But to win the flag, they're going to have to start sharing the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially
at forward 50.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it's going to hurt. It was Joe Danaher and that Kitty Coleman out too. So that hurts his back line. But they've sort of recovered that because they started.
Coleman's been out since.
Yeah, no, he's been out since early. So that's when they had that run of losses. But then
Sorko went back there. Yeah. And Sorko's probably playing it better.
Yep.
Yeah, correct. I think so too.
I don't know about better, but he was pretty good, Kitty Coleman.
Him and Zorko.
It's just because you haven't seen him since grand final last year that you can't really
judge.
It was building into it though. That grand final was his breakout game.
Yeah.
It really was. But your second question that Jamal the Statsman has is, do you reckon Brisbane will win a premiership this year with the team that they have? I think so.
Yeah.
It's Sydney.
I think it's Brisbane or Sydney.
Team to beat is Sydney, but Brisbane's a close second. I had Carlton a close second, but Brisbane's taken that spot.
We're saying Brisbane, they got to beat Sydney, and they just proved they did it this weekend. So
yeah, but that's another thing. Depends on the healthiness of the lists.
Yep.
Like Sydney looked tired towards the end because they had no rotations from about the second quarter.
Yeah,
and still nearly picked that game, but that's it. And that was up there. The grand final won't be up there.
No.
But the prelim could be, or wherever the.
Well, yeah. Well, what they really want to do is, I reckon that they want to come if they can get fourth Brisbane, they can play Sydney with the second chance.
Yeah,
they can play them at the start, see how they go in Sydney, and then
work
on
it.
Yeah.
But if they finish third, won't they play? They'll play whoever finishes second, which at the moment looks like Carlton.
Yeah.
If Carlton beat them, then don't Brisbane play at home the week after?
They will.
Yeah, but then they play Sydney in Sydney to get into the grand final. It swaps. So if they've played Carlton round one, they've got to play the winner of Sydney Geelong at the moment to get into the grand final. So that's the three-way.
Bottom four. If they beat...
Yeah. So they play the winner of, say, GWS Essendon, but the winner of that game goes to Sydney to play Sydney to get into the grand final. So that's a tougher track home.
Assuming Sydney wins their first game.
So if they play Carlton in round one and they lose to Carlton, they then go play the winner of, say, Fremantle Bulldogs. The winner of that game goes to Sydney to play Sydney to get into the grand final because you swap. You don't go play Carlton again. You play the other side of the...
Yeah, so if we...
They can't play Carlton twice.
No, I understand that, yeah. So they'd verse Giants at home?
Yeah, and then they'll play Sydney in Sydney.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the harder track home. You effectively want to win round one of the finals and get that bye leading into the granny.
Yeah, give some players some
time. Because then they play Brisbane, then Brisbane play home final to get into the granny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, to answer your question, we all think that Brisbane definitely do have the team to do it. It's just whether or not they can do it.
They're probably a bit stiff. They didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
But they're showing that fight that they could go on and do it this year.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's definitely a 3-team race now. 4 if Hawthorn sneak in.
Yeah, I think
5 if Doggies sneak in. The Doggies, Hawthorn to the Smoky. They could do the Bulldog treatment.
I still don't rate Doggies. Still, I think they're like Essendon frauds.
I've just said 2, and then I think GWS have got a chance. I think Brisbane have got a chance. I think Carlton have got a chance. I think Sydney have got a chance. So I've got 5 teams still live. So
it's exciting.
Don't listen to me. Hey, don't listen to me. There's anyone can win it.
Yeah.
North. Nah. So all right. First question that was sent in is from Artie, who is a mad soccer supporter, as we all know, and hates Geelong. His question here, surprise, surprise, Geelong related. Is Dangerfield overrated and is his kicking game terrible? He always kicks the skin off it.
He's not a good kick.
Never
I don't think he's terrible. Like he's that's his job. He's a bull midfielder, and when he doesn't have a handball release, is to get it long.
Yep.
He's an explosive midfielder, and usually gets the in and under and handballs out. He's never really been one to be an accurate kick. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's been a star of the game. I really do. But I think he's starting to obviously age now.
I thought he said was he's kicking overrated. He's definitely not an overrated player. He's a freak footballer. He does, and most freak footballers have something wrong with their game, except the greats like Gary Ablett and that. They were just perfect. But most greats have a little problem with their game.
Yeah, definitely. Chris Judd couldn't kick.
Yeah.
His kicking was not great. That was his weakness as well, and he was a great of the game. So hopefully that answers your question, Artie. All right, moving on. Turtle, will we get a Sydney versus Giants grand final? And then he's got a second part. Actually, we'll answer that part first.
I hope so, because I picked that start of the year. That was my pick for the grand final start of the year. So
we could, but there's we just spoke on. There's 3 other teams knocking on the door that we think.
Yeah, I think there's about Hawthorn, Bulldogs, Sydney.
Yeah,
and if Sydney get there, me bet of Sydney not losing the grand final is still low, because Greater Western Sydney still Sydney.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys can't ping me for Greater Western Sydney.
Yes, we can.
In Sydney.
Oh, Eggy's gone a bit fuzzy. Oh, there he is. He's back. He's back.
My apologies.
I think it'll be good for the Sydney clubs and the expansion into New South Wales if they both get there.
Yeah.
Turtles put Danger's had his best days in Adelaide, but he didn't win a premiership there, did he?
I don't think he had his best days in Adelaide. He was only forward.
And George would love Carlton to stay second, but going on form, I can't see it. I'm similar to that at the moment.
Oh, they're nearly going to drop out of the top 4 the way they're going.
Yeah,
I can't see him beating Hawthorn.
No, not the way we're going. We've got Port this Friday night, so 5-day turnaround.
Yeah.
Turtle, second part of Turtle's question. What would be the best interstate teams to play each other in a grand final? Well, I think it's either Sydney Giants or Sydney Brisbane.
Yeah, so Sydney's probably going to be the best. That's it. All City. Will they move? They won't move it to the SCG, but should they?
No. The capacity is not there. The AFL won't make the same amount of money.
Yeah, true.
It's too hard.
But yeah, Sydney, Brisbane.
I'd go for Sydney, Brisbane.
Giants, Brisbane even would be cracker.
I think Brisbane just win that one.
Well, I think Sydney beat Giants easily too. That's the thing.
Yeah, true.
So I think the best game...
the best one would be Sydney.
Yeah, because I don't think Freo will play that well if they make the grand final, because they just struggle to travel at the moment. So
the best one... Oh, sorry, go.
Yeah, I was going to say, to me, I think Sydney, Brisbane.
Yeah.
So the best one entertainment-wise would be Sydney, Brisbane, but the best one for the AFL is probably Sydney for an expansion in Sydney.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Oh, it's just started bucketing down here.
Is it? I haven't seen rain in weeks.
That was random.
It is random because I looked down the road from me and I can't hear anything.
And George G's got the hose on the roof saying, "Hurry up,
Probably, geez.
The rain's here.
I love that ad back in the day. Good old corn.
Yep.
That's it for viewers' questions this week.
No, you've got one more. Everyone.
I'm not reading.
I'll read the last one.
All right.
This has come from everyone. Can Carlton win a game without the umpires? I just like to get everyone's opinion on this.
Come through 2 minutes before we went live from Moisty himself.
This is from everyone. It come from the whole Twitter feed.
I don't know, but how many games has it been? Remember that one we were all at the pub together and watched it? And,
the Freo one. Yep, they won 1
against
Freo.
And they got the free kick at the end, but then the
North one,
goal. Yeah.
the chant.
Both North ones, yeah.
Carlton. Last time we played them, we were at the game. That was great.
Yeah. That was by everyone on Twitter, not just me.
Twitter.
Oh yeah, sure.
When did we start Twitter?
I just put one up live. A bit of fun in that one, boys. Bit of fun in that one. No, they definitely can't from Artie. I agree, Artie. See, the viewers are on my side, Teddy.
What did Artie say? No, they
definitely can't.
Listen here, mate. All right, you pipe down.
They lost 4 on the trot because they lost the free kick count, mate. There's science behind our madness.
I don't want to talk about Carlton anymore. All right, you're hurting my feelings. All right, tipping, Egi.
All right, tipping. Let's go. Let's get it up, hey, behind us. Well, as you know, TNT's own, my co-host tonight. Well, I think Todd was feeling a bit sick, but he's feeling a bit better now. So he's mine and Todd's co-host. Mr. Taz Speech has got a perfect round. The only one to do it for us all. And I think that bumped him up to 12th spot. So I don't know what it was last week, but he's up to 12 now.
It was
I went up 18 spots.
Just in front of him, we got Craigie. That's old Michael, old Peng. And I think the closest one I see is Haley J on 6. That's the wife.
Ooh.
So coming home strong. She got 6 on the weekend. Obviously tipping Hawks against Collingwood. But yep. Up on top we got the Perthian Food, the Black Flash, ESPN, and Historian all on 110. So yeah, Haley J.
Mate, there's more than that. There's 5 on 110.
Yeah, the first 5. So
first 5, all on 110.
Haley J's got the best for and against, so she can peg one back. She could win this.
So look at that, boys. We're as close as the AFL ladder, here.
Hey,
we're as close as the AFL
ladder.
We've
got
5 tied front runners.
Yes. I'm like 110, and then I think I'm on 16th on 107. Taz is on 100 and 108. So yeah, he's only 2 points behind. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6 people on 109, 1 point behind. So the top 11 players are within 1 point.
Yeah.
Talk about excitement.
I know. I was already counting my chickens. I was getting ready to start reposting the TNT scores because I was beating you both, but I have to stop doing that now. Taz is in front.
Yeah. Me and Danny went over this. If I stop tipping North Melbourne, I'm running nearly 12th in our comp. So stop tipping North Melbourne, guys.
It's you.
It's only you. You're the only one down there.
Tell you what, though, it was nice to know that no one else, or barely anyone else, who played this weekend.
It's the Adelaide one. The Adelaide
only
one
3 other people.
Line.
Yeah, myself and 2 other people that tipped Adelaide.
Yep.
And a lot of people tipped Geelong as well.
I got the Hawthorn, the Bulldogs, those 2. But I tipped Essendon because I'm hard on Essendon this year. I thought they were going better. Yeah.
Silly decision. And is Dunning watching at the moment?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't send him a link because I was
Dunning. If you're watching, I told you.
Yep. And it was good to see you on TV
when
as well.
You give him one. Oh yeah, very own Brian Dunning. He's normally in chat. He got live on the telly.
Yeah, I saw that.
Screaming as one of the fans.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Check it out. It's I forget what time, but I'll get a time next week. We'll post it on.
Might even put it on our TikTok.
Man. Yeah, we'll load it up.
See if he's happy for us to post it.
No, just do it anyway. He's fine. I'll tell him he's good.
Boys, we're on time tonight.
What's going on? We did well.
Well, I'm crook, so we're trying to race through it.
We did.
There it is. Essendon cost me $5.90.
There he is.
That's what I did. I did say Taz I felt bad because I gave them the early crow because I wanted Adelaide to win. So no bet that total.
Nasty.
Yeah. Even on his birthday. I know it was the night before his birthday, so it was all right.
Happy birthday, Turtle.
Happy birthday for yesterday.
Hopefully you had a ripper, mate.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And it looks like in the next couple of weeks we will definitely be having a giveaway, so stay tuned. Make sure you follow our socials to keep up to date with when we do go live.
Yes.
The prize will be a TNT t-shirt.
Yes.
TNT t-shirt.
TNT Footy t-shirt. Yes.
And maybe a free ticket to go see Collingwood lose.
We will be, and also we will be giving away a lot of tickets next season too, boys.
Yes,
yep.
So we're all.
So make sure you come back next season because we're all going to be AFL members next season and give away some seats to random games.
Might even have an extra one too, so might even have 4. I'm thinking about getting 2, one for me and Ava.
Yeah,
nice. Double. Beautiful.
Very nice. So we'll be doing weekly giveaways for AFL tickets. So definitely follow, share with your friends, share with your family. Because you've got to be part of the show to be in the competitions for them.
And with the AFL, it doesn't matter what game either. We'll give away and then you pick a game that weekend and we'll send you to any game.
And before I forget too, because Taz won the tipping, he doesn't take the money, so it's up to $25 next week.
Jackpot.
You can thank him.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I could do with that 25.
I can't believe I didn't think we were going to give away a perfect round all year. And we've done a few. Stop giving them away.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good. But good. That is it.
But the good part about that is it's only to our people that watch the show. So
yeah, that's it. If you don't watch the show, you don't get, or if you don't tune in, you don't get the option.
Exactly. So, Jamar, make sure you stay tuned for next season, mate. That way you can jump in the footy tipping and potentially win yourself some.
But out of curiosity, Jamar, how did you find us?
All right, and if you have not yet, make sure you check our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Like, share, as always, these videos. It really helps us out. And visit the shop if you want. We are giving away a T-shirt soon.
Oh, yep. Beautiful.
Yeah, boy. All right, boys. That's it. Eggy's like, I want to wait for Jamar's answer.
No. I'm like, come on, where's the line, Taz? Where's the line?
Yeah, I was waiting on Taz to say, let's hope we have another explosive round of footy.
Oh, I was leaving it to you this week. There it is, boys. See you all.
See ya.